Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of this series. Now in the last video, I showed you how to flash a GSI. Now, even though it didn't go according to plan, it was still a learning experience. Now we're able to flash it with Aqua GSI. We were even able to see the boot animation, and for a while there, I was actually quite happy. Now, I also showed you that sometimes you might need to actually flash your Fastbootd ROM first of all, and then move on to flashing the GSI before you'll be able to get things done. But even at that, we had an error. Now, this time around though, I'm going to show you why you cannot have custom recovery installed when you want to flash a GSI, and also why you need to have your Fastbootd ROM installed when you want to flash a GSI. That's what this video is about. Now, there are a few things that you need to have which are going to be on the screen. You need to have these things before you actually use your GSI. So look at the screen, take a moment to actually have these things ready, and then we'll be getting ready to do our work. Now, normally the first thing we are going to do is to move into Fastbootd mode. But first things first, I want to show you that I have Orange Fox installed, which you are seeing right now on the screen. Now, after this, the next thing you have to do now is to make sure you're on Fastbootd mode, which is you press your volume down button and your power key and you're there. Now, last time we went with Aqua Custom ROM, and this time around we are going with Cherish OS, or like I like to call it, the girlfriend ROM. Now I'm going to copy this and paste it in my platform tools folder since I already have it. My platform tools folder contains the ADB and all the other things that you need. Now, like I said, in the listed items, you need to have certain things available. Your phone in Fastbootd mode, your USB data cable, your GSI, your platform tools folder, all the necessary things you need to have them. Now that all that is set, the next thing to do now is to flash our GSI. Now remember, this part of the video is showing you why you should not have custom recovery flashed on your phone when you want to flash your GSI. Now let's move on. CMD is the way to go. So we are going to put your mouse on that area where you see downloads, Xiaomi and platform tools, and type CMD there. Then you hit enter, and then the next thing we are going to type in now is Fastbootd devices, so that we'll see that our device is properly connected to the PC. Once that is done, the next thing to do now is to disable verification or verity checks. Now that is where your VB meter comes into play. Now for your VB meter, you need to have your VB meter in your you get your VB meter from your images folder, okay, in your Fastbootd ROM. You download your Fastbootd ROM, you extract it, and if you look at my platform tools folder, my VB meter image is there. Now let me show you where you can get yours from. Now my own Fastbootd ROM is in my local disk folder. All I have to do is go to images, scroll up a bit, and then I'll see my VB meter image. I can just copy and put in my platform tools folder, and then from there it's actually straight and easy. Now the reason you are using your VB meter, because it's always advised to use a blank VB meter. The reason you are using this is so that it can skip any verification checks or whatever, because Google checks a lot of things, your manufacturer checks a lot of things, so just to be on the safe side, so you can actually do things happily the way you want to do them. I think I made a mistake there, disable verification. So take note, it is always proper for you to use the right words. I'm going to put the command on the screen so you see it. So now that that is done, the next thing to do now is to boot our device into Fastbootd mode. And then you have Fastboot, reboot, Fastboot to go into Fastbootd. If you look to the bottom right of the screen, you see my phone going into Orange Fox recovery. And then you see it saying something like booting or entering Fastbootd mode. Now, this is the reason why I said you should not have your phone on custom recovery. Now if you look at the way my camera is showing the phone, there you see it say entered fast boot mode. That is not what we want to see. What we want to see is that beautiful blue line of text that says Fastbootd. Now we'll try flashing. Okay, Fastboot flash system, and then since we already have our Cherish OS GSI in the platform tools folder, we drag and drop, and then we hit enter. Let's see what's going to happen. Just like I thought, it did not work. No such file or directory. We could not access Fastbootd, and we went straight into custom recovery. And that is not what we're supposed to aim for. We are aiming for Fastbootd, that beautiful blue line of text, to take us to our destination. So that's it. The next thing to do now is to boot up our Mi Flash tool, send our phone back again into Fastboot, and then, well, let's see if it will fix it for us. Now we are back on the Mi Flash tool, our savior. Now your phone has to be on Fastboot mode, okay? Now one thing you have to know is your phone, you have to select that clean all. Do not select clean all and lock if you don't want to go through that 168 hours again. So plug your phone to your PC and hit on refresh. Now go also click on that select and go to where you kept your extracted Fastboot ROM and select OK. Make sure your phone is on Fastboot mode, and then you see your line of text, your device ID. Check and be sure that it's on clean all and not clean all and lock, and then you flash. Now flashing this is to help you take off anything that you might have done, any modification you might have done on your phone, so that you'll be able to flash the GSI appropriately, safely, and successfully. So let's speed this up real quick so you can get there very quickly. Don't worry about the red line. Your phone is PC is just jealous. You cannot lock your phone. Anyways, now at this point we are done flashing our Fastboot ROM, and here you can see the MIUI 14 logo. Everything comes up. Now the next thing to do now is to note this. You do not necessarily have to set up your phone for it to be able to go back to Fastboot and flash that GSI. Yes, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is just press your volume down key, your power key, and then go into Fastboot mode and get ready. So with that in place, the next thing to do now is to go in there and type in CMD and move into the command prompt window. Now we just have to repeat all we have done before. Okay, Fastboot devices, to be sure that your device is connected. Then we put in the verity words to disable verification. Fastboot, double dash. I'll put the text on the screen so you can see it. Now once that is done, the next thing to do now is to boot our device into Fastbootd mode. So that is Fastboot, reboot Fastboot, and then you're in Fastbootd mode. And once we are there, we can move on to flashing our GSI. So we are on Fastbootd. The next thing to do now is to flash our GSI, and that is Fastboot flash system. And then you drag your Cherish OS GSI and paste it there, and then you hit enter. Now normally I will use Fastboot erase system to erase the previous system that was there, but I guess just to be on the safe side, let's just go with Fastboot flash system, just in case there are some vendor blob mismatches and all of that, just to be on the safe side. So Fastboot flash system, you drag and drop your system image, you hit enter, and then the flashing process begins. Let's see. Here you see there won't be any error message at all. So sending sparse image 1 of 11. Okay, writing system, and boom, there you see it. Now there is a reason I only use vanilla build. You can see here it is plainly written vanilla, and that is because each phone has an allocated system partition size. For the Redmi Note 9 Pro, it's around 3 GB, so anything you download and extract has to be under 3 GB. That is why you see I have 2.62 after extraction of the GSI. Anyways, we are done with our flashing now. The next thing to do now is to type in the command fastbootd-w. What this does is to erase user data and any residue that might have come up after you have flashed your GSI. Now this is done already. If you scroll down a little bit, you see where it said erase user data. Now the next thing to do now is type in those sweet words, fastboot reboot, and then, well, our phone will move into its proper GSI. Make sure you type in exit when you want to leave, just in case. Okay, let's hold our breath. Oh yeah, we have our logo. Okay. We should be in the system any moment from now. And yes. Oh, we're on the lock screen. Okay, so Cherish OS girlfriend ROM. Well, it's here. Another successful flash, and even more successful because we are actually in the system compared to the with Aqua GSI. So if you follow these steps properly, there's nothing stopping you from flashing a GSI successfully and safely. Remember, you should not have a custom recovery installed when you want to flash a GSI. Always make sure you are flashing the GSI on the back of your Fastbootd ROM. So yes, now I know you are wondering about that big ass cutout over there. Don't worry about it. We'll see each other and talk about it in the next video. Have a nice night.